You have to succumb to the whims and caprices of your husband. Okay? He's your husband and he's your boss. There's no more dad, you. Don't call me up.
Will you spend $40 million on a wedding? What if Aliko Dangote and Femi Otedola were in the books? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm talking about Mr. Eazi and Temi's grand wedding. The plush and exclusive wedding happened across 3 continents, happening in Monaco, Iceland, and Dubai. Now, what particularly caught my attention was the fact that when Mr. Eazi and Dangote were in discussions, they spoke for hours, and music was missing in that conversation. According to them, they spoke about everything else, exclusive music. Now, on this episode, we'll talk about all that happened at the wedding and what exactly Mr. Eazi was telling Dangote that didn't include music. My name is Chris, and I'll be doing this with
Percy. Once again, I'm so much blessed and highly favored. And you know they say that love is sweet.
When money enters,
love becomes sweeter.
That's the video's just assurance catchphrase. But money really was spent on a particular wedding. That wedding has been trending over the past few days. I'm like, no. I'm not going to keep quiet about it. We're going to give our audience an exclusive on it also, and also delve into some of the details that some of you don't know about. So let's start from the TOP. You know where Mr. Eazi met Temiloluwa Otedola, right?
Yeah.
They met when Mr. Eazi went to listen to her sister DJ Copy perform, and I don't know, one thing led to the other. They ended up linking up, and who knows what happened next in between those times. But Mr. Eazi's charm caught the attention of what? A billionaire daughter to be precise. That's Temiloluwa, as I mentioned earlier. And a year or so down, I think 2018, Mr. Eazi proposed to Temi at the music video shoot of his Legalize. That music, you go Legalize. You remember that song? Yeah. At the music video shoot, that set that he proposed.
Also romantic.
Also romantic.
So romantic.
So when he was singing Legalize, he was trying to legalize what? Temi Otedola. And they are, to me, if you ask me, they are like a couple made from heaven. And from there, the engagement happened somewhere, I think 2020, right?
Yeah, the last time I checked.
Yeah, and this year, all the show now came down, like from their civil wedding, their court wedding to be precise, to their traditional wedding, to their white wedding across 3 continents. It has been buzzing throughout the internet. And the reason is that everything was exclusive. Nobody had exclusive pictures of the wedding until the Vogue Magazine released 99 of those photos, and everybody can keep quiet about it. What have you been seeing about this wedding so far?
Oh, I think it has been a long time coming. We've been expecting this wedding for like close to a decade.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to add a few years. You know what I mean? So it is. I'm still trying to rack my brain
around it.
How the casual hangouts. I'm coming to an event with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Then I meet the friend's sister. Then
they just link up. Just like
so
that.
Crazy.
I think they met at the Tat Club, London, when Mr. Eazi went to watch DJ Copy. That's Temi's sister perform, and it was in 2017, right? So they found love in the club. Unlike H.R. who said, the bar isn't the best place to find love, but this bar is where I go.
And Sheeran.
The shape
of my heart.
Yeah. So what did he say?
I think
the club isn't the best place to find love, so the bar
is where I go.
But Mr. Eazi rather found love in the club.
Yeah, the very time that you are not anticipating of finding the romance and the love, that is where you find love. Disguises everything to you when you find your true love over there.
Yeah. But what do you think is the role of DJ Copy in all this? Do you think she intentionally She matchmates them.
Okay, she might have had a hand in the connection and everything being in between her and all that.
Maybe the introduction. Meet my friend, a musician, Mr. Eazi, and be like, Temi, kindly stay with Mr. Eazi. I'm going to check out something in the DJ's booth. Meanwhile, she's lying. She just wants to.
It was a big setup. Like it was like I can't really think about. Okay, I haven't really witnessed anything like way above this two wedding ceremonies where they go for the first wedding, they go for the second time, they go for the third time, all in different continents.
Different continents, different locations, exclusive too, plush, expensive, you name it, right? And they got engaged in 2022, as I said earlier, during the legalized video shoot in Venice, Italy, right? When Eazi proposed to Temi, but it took them to 2020, 2025, right? So that's 3 years down the line.
3 years.
Wow. They planned the wedding for 3 years.
So I saw the videos and the pictures and everything was captivating. It was so nice. Everything was on point. A serene environment. Everything was going on so good. You know when you see these type of
weddings,
rich people.
I
wouldn't prefer to
rich people with class.
Yes,
right. Yes. Some people are rich, but the class we can discuss that later.
Like the ones like Sarkodie and
what are you trying to say?
I'm not trying.
What are you trying to say? Somebody has class. Yes, steez and composure.
For this, I can definitely say that the weddings that we've been observing these days are all just a quickie, just 30 seconds.
30 seconds wedding
type of thing.
I don't know that somebody's wedding that trended over the past week was just a quickie.
But for the one that I just we just observed, the pictures, the images, the type of role models in there.
Yeah. So exclusively captured by Jose Villa. Or you say Jose Villa.
It depends on where you are coming from. Yeah. So for you are coming from afar, so
but let's walk our viewers through some of the main things that happened during the wedding. Over the next session, we'll discuss some of the other details, the date, and some of the symbolisms in them. But according to the account by Vogue Magazine, as I mentioned earlier, and according to them, she says, we spent the day soaking in the excitement of our nuptials, sipping champagne and wondering when we would break the news to our friends and family. Do you know what she was talking about? When they went for the court wedding in Monaco. You know, they did that alone. Okay. Nobody was there. They just woke up. She even did a vlog about it. They went, signed this one. Nobody was there. It was just them.
I overheard they were trying to have that ceremony to honor Mr. Eazi's mom.
No, that was the local one. We are yet to get there. Oh, okay. That one where before the mom died, she particularly gave him an outfit, a Yoruba outfit to wear. I think in my my itinerary it's there. But this particular one was the civil wedding that happened in Monaco. They went alone. So she was now like they couldn't wait to break the news to their friends and family, which means the friends and family weren't there during the nuptial, and they were in a vintage car. Oof. Like they drove off, like that kind of romantic,
a classic.
They lived happily ever after kind of vibe, you know. Yeah. So they went and signed the documents, legalized it as Mr. Eazi sang in the song Legalized. And they drove off in a vintage car to wherever that they were supposed to go. They had fun in one of the hotels. I won't mention it. You
try to compare the same thing with the weddings that we've been having here in Ghana. Our own celebrities. It is under the wedding that they are going to get other celebrities to come perform. I don't know.
A lot of performances.
It's a concert or something. It's not really cinema.
They usually make it too much of performances. Like there isn't one that we don't want to mention, but we'll still mention it later. Too many performances.
Mention it.
The time will come. But this particular wedding, it was only 2 main performers, and that was just it. Now, after the court wedding in Monaco, a different continent altogether, they moved all the way to Dubai for the second leg. So 3 legs wedding. So the second leg, honoring Yoruba tradition, we knew our traditional ceremony would be at home. We decided to have the ceremony in our family's home in Dubai, and we put up a tent in the backyard for the reception. Now, there's a little more detail about what I just read out. Do you know that Femi Otedola had to buy 2 houses in Dubai just to please his daughter, Temiloluwa? So they walked into one house after the developer introduced the father. he took his daughter to go and probably how do you really say it? Scout or see the property. Then Temi just randomly told her father, Dad, I can have my engagement here. Just like that, Daddy has bought the house. They had their engagement there, and also few years down the line, they had the wedding reception there. That's the traditional Yoruba wedding there. And it was in honor of Mr. Eazi's mother, who died, I think, on 8th May. And before she died, she told him, say, your wedding, you have to wear this particular outfit. You have to be adorned in this outfit to honor our people. And Mr. Eazi did that. How sweet of
so
the
nice.
guy,
But
yeah.
what I can really understand over here is you are really talking about getting a Yoruba wedding.
Yeah.
So why take it to a different continent altogether if you know that you have if I believe if you want to maintain or preserve your
culture or
heritage,
projects it, yeah,
you would have to really celebrate it back at your home.
At home. So there's instead of doing the traditional Yoruba wedding in Dubai, they should have done it at home in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's a matter of the exclusivity? Imagine they doing that wedding in Nigeria. Will it be exclusive?
Oh, they can sneak people in.
Sneak who in?
Find a new place, relocate everything, and just start off with something over there. They don't have to. They can do it, and Nigerians will later get to find out that
possible.
Yeah,
Nigerians, even in Ghana here, is it possible that they will do a very high-profile wedding and nobody will know about it? It will be very hard. So probably that could have been factored. And guess what? I also told you that Femi, the father of Temi, bought 2 houses in Dubai just because his daughter said, I can have my engagement here. And then next time they went to another house, the developer called them to go and check out another property. He took his daughter again. The daughter said, I can have my after party here. And the father bought. So he bought 2 properties in Dubai just for her wedding. So what do you expect?
So we saw this beautiful house where we had the engagement. And Temi said to me, Papa, you know, I can have my engagement ceremony in this house. Why didn't you buy it? That was what she said. She doesn't talk much, but very deep. Yeah. So I got home. I slept over it. I said, I'm going to spend all this money on this house. Something else struck me that, come on, Femi, you know what? Money you don't spend is not yours. Life is for the living. So I called up the agent. I said, okay, I'll buy the house. So I bought it. 8 months ago, on the same street, the agent called me again that there was another house they just completed. I wanted to look at it. I said, why not? So when I looked at it, it's a beautiful house, but I have a house, of course. Then Temi came to visit me. Again, I said, Temi, there's one house. Let's go look at it. I like looking at houses with Temi and copy and so. Temi and said, Papa, you know, this house will be nice for our after party. I say, you're very unserious. Anyway, to make her happy, so I bought it. On the same street. So we had the after party there.
You know that there are times where I just wish my dad would wake me up one day and say that I've been putting you through a test. I'm a rich billionaire somewhere. I've been putting you through a test and you passed successfully.
Let me pinch you.
I've been sleeping.
You're not sleeping. You are living in the real life.
I've been living in my dreams. They just bought 2 houses just for the wedding alone in one country.
Yeah, 2 houses
so
in Dubai.
Are they going to sell their house?
No. You know, it's a property. Landed properties are forever. But one thing is that he bought it because, according to him, he spoke at the wedding. He said he bought those 2 properties because he knew it would make his daughter happy, right? So he particularly bought it to make her happy, have a perfect location for their traditional wedding, engagement, and after party. So the 2 houses, one for the wedding, one for the after party. And as I read earlier, they put up a tent in the backyard for the reception. Right at the reception of the traditional wedding. It was beautiful. According to the wife, Temi, my bridal suite was a non-stop party after Eazi. After Eazi, my girlfriends are truly the loves of my life. In Nigerian traditional ceremonies, families wear different colors and fabrics. Here, my gorgeous sisters in what coral, and those images, as you can see, were from the traditional wedding. The Middle East meets Nigeria. We hung 2,300 Arabic lanterns in the entrance of the reception tent, as I gave you earlier. Every detail mattered to me. I matched each sofa print to each placemat and asked our florist Gosha to go wild with the tropical floral. Osobi was like people like Brother Shaggy were there to in color and style. And before we even get into this, Kim Promise was also there. But Brother Shaggy and Kim Promise were part of his groomsmen, right?
Yeah,
Groomsmen, Mr. Eazi's groomsmen. So Ghana was represented,
yes,
with Kim Promise.
That particular one.
So as you can see, Brother Shaggy is there. This Delta Igbo looks honored Mr. Eazi's late mother, Pastor Edith Ajebade, before she passed away in February. God rest her soul, of Blessed Mary. She sent me photos of how best to honor her tribe by wearing aqua acha fabric, as I told you earlier. The iconic King Sunny Ade and his band played Juju classics all night. Harper Concert Hall, where we had our rehearsal dinner and the view from our guest hotel rooms. Look at the building, all glass and you can see boats, you can see, like, you name it. The 40 million. Are you sure it's really 40 million? Maybe you can have bro, sir. Now, it was time for the white wedding. So we've moved from the legal wedding in Monaco to the traditional wedding in Dubai, and now we've gotten to the white wedding. And that one was happening in Iceland. And it was such an honor to get married in Hallgrímskirkja. The architecture is breathtaking. Inside has the most beautiful, solemn energy. Now, my vision for the wedding reception, was to bring Iceland's natural landscape into our glass tent. So outside and inside became one. So they had their white wedding inside the tent that you just saw, and they had the reception in Iceland, where they had a tent, a glass tent. And you all know the one feature of Iceland that people love. Iceland is green, like lush green, right? And Greenland is what?
It's a little bit made of ice.
Iceland is green and Greenland is ice.
Yes.
Is it the beauty of nature? It makes zero sense.
Yeah.
But they wanted to be able to, they put up a glass tent from scratch, which they would in which they had the wedding reception after they had the white wedding, and you could see the mountains, the snow, the dew, like it was like you just name it.
I think they really planned out everything from day one till the final day.
Yeah.
Like they were not doing anything to expedite the whole process. So, like, if I'm still trying to compare it to the celebrities that we're having here in Ghana,
causing problems.
They want to finish up everything so fast and go do the things that they want to do in their honeymoon suite,
or that they've already been doing.
Just at most 24 hours sharp. They are done.
But this book took more than 3 days to do it, because the whole wedding started in May. I think May 8th, and that was actually the day that Mr. Eazi's mom passed. So it coincided with her death or her whatsoever. So from there up to early August, where the white wedding happened. But let me move on at where we are right now. The tent, the glass tent that they put up in the middle of Iceland. No houses, just mountains, lush green. You could see outside, and she wanted the outside and inside to be together, so that you can feel the ambience and also be in the occasion. Now, the tent, we are showing you an aerial view of the tent. You can see that if you're outside the tent, you can see inside. If you're inside the tent, you can see outside. So everything is together. And this was 10 p.m. at night, midnight, sun in Iceland, and it's so beautiful. 10 p.m. and it was bright like it's 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
You just I had no clue they had to the time for the wedding was around 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I thought it was early in the morning.
No, it was around 10 p.m. and it was
Wow.
so bright like it was in the morning. Let me also give you a little bit of gist there. The tent that you see right there, there was a catastrophe that happened to it. It broke down. It was raised down by a storm a few weeks to the wedding, which almost led to the cancellation of the wedding. Having told you about the catastrophe that almost marred the wedding, do you know that they almost canceled the engagement in Dubai? The engagement happened in Dubai, by the way, because of that war that was happening. Was it Russia, Ukraine, or Palestine, Israel? And they had bombed Qatar during that time. So Femi was so petrified. He was like, hey, this wedding that we are going to have in Dubai, what if we have it in Dubai and...
This wedding, I can tell you for nothing. As well, they call me a prophet is blessed. Blessed by God. I'll tell you 2 incidents. Why I'm saying is blessed. We were going to have the engagement in Dubai, in my house in Dubai. And there was a war between Israel and Iran. And they fired a missile to Qatar 10 days before the wedding. And I thought of it. I was a bit worried. I said, so it means we're going to cancel the engagement. I said, no, it will happen. We'll see how it's going to play out with God. And God said, no, we're going to bless this. And it happened. This tent we are in, last week, I just saw a video. There was a storm and it blew away the whole tent. I said, what? A week to the wedding. I said, Tosin, go and get all the 747s in this world and let them bring in you tents, whatever they're going to build. We must hold this ceremony today. And God, look at you. Can imagine if this had happened 2 days before. So this is blessed by God.
Oh, I never knew the rich people also had attacks from their witchcrafts. I never knew.
Like, Femi was so petrified.
Yeah, if you bring this to Ghana, they'll just say that it is pure
witchcraft. Yeah, but guess what? Femi didn't make them cancel it. He prayed. They call him the prophets. They call him the prophets or the something. He said nothing will happen. Like he said, deep within him, he could feel say nothing will happen. So he made them go without it. So now inside, still in Iceland, a solo piano floating on water. I wonder who could be coming. The piano that was played, that it was written on water.
Wow.
An ode to the lagoons and geysers that are famous toward Iceland. So they wanted to bring the lagoons and geysers of Iceland into their tent, even though they were not outside Iceland. They were inside their tent and feeling whatever that was inside of outside of Iceland. A cozy day consisting of matching robes, cocktails, food from our favorite Icelandic food hall vendors. Ready to party for a third day in a row, so much for a recovery day. Our Nigerian brother, Mr. John Legend, was the performer of the day. So John Legend, is that Nigerian brother?
No.
Is John Legend a Nigerian?
John Legend, I have never heard it anywhere. John Legend is a Nigerian.
But they called him our Nigerian brother, right?
They should stop taking the
credits for... Maybe he has an ancestry.
Oh, okay.
Ancestry to Nigeria. So he was one of the performers, apart from King Sunny Ade. John Legend was the next performer. Only 2 performers.
Yeah, for us, I think when Jay-Z came to Ghana, he was, I think when he traced his ancestry lineage, some part of him came from Ghana.
His lineage is in Jay-Z's lineage is in Ghana.
If they are saying John
Nigeria
is from Nigeria,
then he should come in.
Yeah, he should come.
Jay-Z should come to Ghana. Like, he should come to Ghana. But guess what? The tent was near a lagoon, right? As I mentioned earlier. Arriving at the hot springs as our guests watched on the beach. So the guests were in the tent at the beach of the lagoon, and they cruised their way on a... They usually call it what? Those ships, cruise ships, they call it what? Yacht. Yeah, something similar to a yacht. They cruised from it. Temi and Mr Eazi cruised onto where the tent was in Iceland. And it was such a beautiful day. So they were like, our guests watched on the beach as they arrived at the wedding reception. Now, back to the edition hotel for the Love Is Eazi after party. The after party was dubbed Love Is Eazi, and it was a sight to behold. That was like a climax of the whole thing. And they had a perfect location for that because their father had already bought a house that would contain all that razzle-dazzle, right?
So all the things I don't think all the things that you are making mention of is surmountable to the 14.3 million.
Now imagine having to rent that whole space that they put up in Iceland, the lagoon, the yacht, let's say the ship, if it's not a yacht, the Monaco wedding, the hotel, the guests, flying all of them, because some of them you have to book tickets for them. Everything was exclusive. The photographer, Jose Villa, like he's the most expensive wedding photographer in the world. Vogue Magazine was the magazine that exclusively released 99 pictures of their wedding. Their pictures wasn't out until Vogue released it.
I think
factor in all those costs.
It is an over exaggeration.
The 14 million.
I see Davido's wedding to surpass what they did.
How? Nah. Davido's wedding was in Miami, one location.
Nah.
One location.
Just a cool place in Iceland. Just the piano and stuff. It isn't enough.
Like, the piano floating on water.
Oh,
a whole tent started from scratch in the middle of Iceland.
I can fetch my own water in a bucket.
This poor man mentality. If
you are to ask me this question, I would just say that Davido had the best wedding currently.
This is not true. I would disagree with you on any day. Because this wedding, 3 continents, 3 locations, specially invited guests, everything like exclusive. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. And they also mentioned that their outfits were exclusive from Fendi. That of Temi, exclusive from Fendi. Mr. Eazi's outfits were exclusive from Louis Vuitton. Exclusive outfits, like they changed into numerous outfits. Some of them were from some of the world-class designers. Like this one, they not be small. Not be small. And when you look at the festivities, like the things that went into it, and it was mostly sponsored by the Otedola family, right? That's the reason why Femi Otedola was like, he has emptied his savings account when he was speaking at their wedding reception. Guess what? Do you know who emceed the whole event?
Nah.
Mr. Eazi. He was employed by his own company, Chop Live Sound Systems, to MC his own wedding.
Are you trying to tell me that he had somebody take care of all the bills, and he just had to pick up someone to MC the event?
Yeah, and he picked himself. Chop Live Sound Systems were in charge of sound and everything at the event, and he was the MC.
He's irate.
He's irate, doesn't he? He's like, one thing about Femi was that Femi. Did you hear that Femi was like, the first time that Temi introduced Mr. Eazi to him, he was having doubts about because of his dreadlocks and stuff. But deep within him, he knew this was Temi's husband.
In 2017, precisely about 8 years ago, Temi said she wanted to introduce me to Tosin. So he came, I saw his dreadlocks. I looked at him and I said, well, but something struck me that day. They call me the prophet, so I have that very strong intuition. Something struck me that I say, this is Temi's husband. 8 years after, the dream has come true. Congratulations.
Her heart was pumping.
But her father even knew she would get married. So I think he grew to like Mr. Eazi. That's Oluwatonsin, right? So he spending all that money on their wedding it was like a drop in the bucket for him, right? It was a drop in the bucket for him. Some of you usually see that when you live with a lady long before you get married, you may never get married. But guess what? Do you know Temi and Femi? And Temi and Mr. Eazi lived together through COVID.
We spent the most time together during COVID. It was the first time we were spending that long.
That's a make or break situation, too.
Yeah, it was like 4 full months of just me and her. Like there was nobody else in the house. So I was seeing her. We were seeing each other every day. And it made me realize how much, how much I love her. And I don't like being with people, period. Like,
right.
I like my space. She likes her space, but we're able to be in the same space.
Oh, maybe they needed to heat themselves. So that was
Are
why
they,
like,
are they chimneys? Are they chimneys?
well, to say, I think it was the very time that people had to spend time with their family.
Yeah.
So they being together during the COVID times doesn't necessarily mean they were doing some stuff in there.
They didn't do
Like,
anything.
They
eh?
didn't do anything.
Okay, continue to
They
deceive yourselves.
They were just solving past questions.
Yes, past question like Mr. What is it? JB always said. But the whole thing, they usually say when you stay with her for far too long, you wouldn't want to legalize or marry. But they stayed there and nothing happened.
That saying is far fetched. I believe if you believe in love and you believe she is the chosen one, you don't have to really get to deny the fact that I don't think that is how it is going to play out. So let me ask you this: when are you getting married yourself?
When I'm a billionaire or millionaire, so that my wedding can be covered by Vogue, like we can have it in 5 continents, so that somebody can go and sit behind the camera like we are to analyze it.
5 years ago, you were 26 years old. So I'm asking.
So what's my age now?
So around
what's my age now?
30 plus.
Let's go back to business. We are far behind time, but the details are too much. Producer is telling us to cut, but let's wrap up really well, right? Speaking about Ghana, you know, Mr. Eazi hit in Ghana, like he blew up in Ghana with Banku Lies and all those stuff. So I was looking at, it's like Ghana was missing in the whole show, like the whole razzle-dazzle, the flashiness, the ostentatious display, the opulence. There I found Mr. Eazi was part of the groomsmen. And I also found that Republic Bar was well represented. Guests were served ginger shots from Republic Bar, the couple's favorite nightlife spot in Accra, Ghana. So apart from King Promise, Republic Bar from Ghana was represented in all the weddings, at the reception, the afterlife, the after party, whatsoever. And as you can see, they served them some ginger beer that I'm putting on the screen. I think that's the particular one that they served them at the particular ceremony. So from Monaco to traditional wedding in Dubai to Iceland white wedding, Aliko Dangote, the richest black man in the world and the richest African was at the meal. He was the guest of Anna, to be precise. He said his brother from another mother is Femi Otedola. You know, rich people are friends with rich people. He was there, enjoyed his speech. He made a very profound statement. He said prior to the wedding, they met. That's he, Mr. Eazi, Temi, and everyone else. And in his discussions with Mr. Eazi is what? He's what? When we ask about music, who is it to you?
Oh, he's a musician,
right?
It comes first before
anything else. But guess what? What Aliko Dangote said? He was like, they spoke for hours, about 6 hours, and nobody make mention of music. Mr. Eazi didn't make mention of music. They were talking about businesses, like the 18 countries in which Mr. Eazi has business. So he has businesses across 18 countries in Africa. And those were what they were discussing. And music was missing. Like, what is Mr. Eazi trying to tell? He's trying to tell us that he's not a musician.
Tosin, you know, you are a part-time singer, but you are an entrepreneur. In fact, when I was with you guys yesterday, we did not talk about music. We always, we were just talking about business. 17 countries or 18 countries in Africa. I never knew that you had business in 18 countries in Africa, but I must really congratulate you for being a great guy, and we are really, really very, very proud of you. And I think Tosin, our daughter is very, very lucky to have somebody like you, very calm. In fact, I don't know of any musician who is an entrepreneur, very calm, low-headed like you. So we thank God for your life. Knowing that the two of you are always very charming, very entrepreneurial, I'm sure in the next few years, we will take a back seat and call you the richest people on earth.
With those type of people, you only meet them once in a century.
Yeah.
Somebody like Aliko
Dangote.
So the very first time you meet him, you use the elevator pitch on him.
Yes. I think that was exactly what Mr. Eazi was doing.
You showcase all the bright ideas that you have.
That you have.
The things that because you can learn a lot from him. Because you going to discuss the music stuff, he's not really interested.
But Mr. Eazi can invest in the music.
Nah.
Oh.
That wouldn't have helped.
Dangote was like, Tonsin, you are a part-time singer, but you are an entrepreneur. Part-time singer for where? He's our musician, 100% musician. He can be an entrepreneur in his books, but in our books.
I think Dangote showing up was so admirable, and the way that he handled himself. You see when the rich people, when they grab the microphone, the silence, the total
the
silence,
cadence, the flair, like the class.
Any voice aside from his voice, it was straight.
People weren't gossiping at the event. If it was some other wedding.
Make mention of it.
Me, that other wedding, I'll make mention at my final statement from Dangote. I'll now make mention of that wedding. And he went on to now say, I don't know of any musician who is an entrepreneur, very calm and low-headed like you.
Oh, he has to come and meet Shatawale. Yeah.
So Shatawale is low-headed. I think
we make mention of a businessman.
Shatawale is a businessman. Shatawale is a businessman. But look, Aliko Dangote was at this wedding. After this wedding, he was going to Davido's wedding. And he made this statement about Mr. Eazi. And he didn't make such a statement about Davido. What is Aliko Dangote trying to say?
I think
he's trying to say that Davido is not low-headed.
No. The Davido, we know he came from the rich family. Everything was sorted out before he even came out. So he just came in to do the music. I think he brought out this whole issue where his dad had to just cancel a whole event when he was growing up and stuff. So he came to meet the money, and he came to meet the business.
He was swimming in the money.
Yeah. So if he tries to follow through with the businesses, it is more like he's just trying to go through his dad's
lane. Yeah.
So he just decided to focus solely on the music. That is why we don't really see Davido as a businessman. But I think the way that Dangote spoke was because of his
relationship with Femi.
Yeah. That was why he had to grab the mic himself and say a few words.
It was really intimate, right? And he has even promised to sponsor their first born how do you call it? Baby shower. How do they call it?
I think the baby shower
or naming ceremony.
Everything comes in.
He promised. He told them to choose a dream location. Either they come back to Iceland where they had the wedding, Greenland where it's full of ice, Miami, London, wherever. So far as they give it. What if they don't? Sorry, that's my intuition.
I'm having one question over here. So this is not going to happen, but should in case they are going through the divorce, are they going to go through the same 3 channels?
Oh, Maza.
No. They would have to go through the same
3 channels.
They would have to go to Monaco, Dubai, then
Iceland to undo what they've done.
Yes.
But anyway, that was very beautiful. And guess what? The father, Femi Otedola, billionaire, right? He said at the wedding, you have to succumb to the whims and caprices of your husband. He's your boss. No more daddy, don't call me.
He said whenever they had any issue, they have to sit down, put their heads together.
Yeah.
I think it is.
They should cut off friends. Issues should be within their house. They shouldn't. Dangote said the same thing. Femi Otedola said the same thing. Could that be the secret to their marriage lasting? Keeping issues within the 4 walls of their house.
We can say that, but I don't know if they are committed in one relationship. I don't have a clue. Yeah, but I think they were right over there.
But either way, the Temiloluwa what do you call it? Otedola actually listened to her father's advice and changed her name to that of Mr. Eazi. So she's now Temiloluwa Ajibade, right? She has dropped her father's surname Otedola and she's now Ajibade. That's Tonsin Ajibade's surname. Tonsin Ajibade is Mr. Eazi, by the way. What do you say to those ladies who usually say they won't change their name to their husband's names because we're in the 21st century and they know their rights?
For me, if I'm going to pay the bride price and pay everything, take care of the bills, the wedding, the engagement, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You are really taking all my surname plus my nickname plus everything.
Oh, must I get away? But even in the Mr. Eazi's case, the wedding was mostly or 100% funded by Femi Otedola, the wife's father.
That is another story to talk about. I don't really buy into that whole somebody
funding the whole wedding
and everything. I don't really buy into it.
The father just wanted to make it very special, right? As you can see, like when he was speaking at the wedding, you know, he gifted them a book as their wedding gift. He was like, he wanted to make it special for his daughter. So he didn't want to also burden the husband like Mr. Eazi, even though Mr. Eazi too is a billionaire. For those of you who don't know, he's a multi-millionaire. He owns businesses in the millions. And when you put together his net worth, he should be in the billions by this point, right? So he has the money. But just that Otedola was like, let me make this special for my little girl. You see the vibe? And he did just that. And even regardless, Mr. Eazi not spending much on the wedding, she still changed her name to Achibade. Some of these daughters of evil don't have one peso on them. They'll be telling you how much they know they are right and how much they don't want to drop their surname and come and pick that
Not
of
on
yours. Not on you, right?
Nah.
Well, we need to see all that.
But you made mention of the fact that you are going to voice out one celebrity in Ghana who.
In Ghana, not in Ghana. Not in Ghana.
Ghana, no.
In Ghana, who did what?
Who had their wedding ceremony and it was shaky, like not really good. So voice out to you, your president.
Did you witness Medical and Fela McAfee's wedding?
Oh, okay.
People were even fainting at the event.
Okay.
Things were happening, and a few years down the line, it don't hit the rocks.
So you are just trying to say that Medical and Fela's wedding was a bummer as compared
low budget, man, sir, low budget. Even the videos on cry, I know they see top, man, sir. The videos on what was there? What was so special about the videos wedding?
No, when are you going to marry yourself?
Me, I said when I become a millionaire.
Okay. And let me ask you this question. Well, if you are given the gift to choose two countries, which country?
First of all, London, right? London, then Vegas, Las Vegas. So not country, cities. You know, around the UK. So London, Vegas, and London and Vegas. Yeah.
So you forget your motherland.
We'll talk about that later. This has been Talk Chaw. My name is Chris, and I've been doing this.
The name is Percy.